The technical term would just be nonverbal autism. It wouldn't be like Asperger's or anything like that. It would just be nonverbal autism, because that's kind of how all autism starts. From what I recall, is that it's not, you can't tell from the start. It just kind of develops, and why that is, we don't know, because like there's the whole thing about it being about vaccines or whatever, and then all the other theories about it. He was, born like any other kid. You can't really tell at that point if they're like okay or not. But around 2 years old, you could kind of tell that he wasn't like, he had started to talk at one point. He had started saying words, but then like at another point he just stopped saying words, and then he would seem like actually a bit more antisocial, if that makes sense, like at the age of 2, which is kind of weird. But like you'd see like he wouldn't look at people's faces or anything like that. And so with that, when we kind of got like diagnosed, he got diagnosed, we were trying to figure out like what to do at that point. There were kind of a lot of issues. He still has issues communicating with us, like what exactly he wants from us or what he wants to do and stuff. And you can clearly see he's frustrated by that, because you'll see that he's trying to like point at something or say something, like he's trying to get you to understand, but he just can't, because there's just this barrier that he doesn't quite grasp either. We're getting there, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But I remember one time he didn't quite understand he doesn't quite understand the value of things either. He's still kind of got like a younger mind, I guess is what you would say. At one point he took my mom's iPhone. She had just gotten this iPhone. She takes this iPhone. He just chucks it into my grandma's pool. Just chucks it in there like a football. And if he had been able to comprehend that was a phone, and yes, it was not cheap, it came with a plan and everything, then he wouldn't have done that. But because he has this autism, and it's difficult for him to understand that. I actually remember a couple times where I used to share a room with him. I don't anymore, but now I do, or I used to, sorry. And he would always like wake me up, like intentionally, like he would like shake me to wake me up, and then I would wake up and be like, what? It's like 3 a.m, Caleb, what's up? And he doesn't know what to say. He probably had something to tell me or something important to try and communicate to me, but he just didn't know how to put it into words or try, to actually communicate it. It's one of the things we've just had to get used to. We've had to like kind of adapt and kind of had to really change our lives around him, I guess, which isn't really a bad thing. It's gonna have to happen anyway, because it's harder for him to change than for us to change.